Hey everyone, it's the dildo that loves to please boys and girls. Welcome back. So Vamps brought up a really good point. Um, badges. Badges for their solo buff effects are going to be very hit and miss. Your best bet is to try and wait till 3-star, but you do need to probably power up a few of them for a couple levels before you even go any further. Let's take a look at Helen here. If you'll notice down on the diamond block that she has a Zircon Havoc badge. Base level 2.2 with the set bonus of 5.5. Come over here to the Grenadier. She has a 2-star that's at +2 that gives it up to a 308. Going based off of what we have there, it's not that much of a great increase. Now let me pull up somebody who has a 3-star just base level. Just look at the Havoc badge on here. Just at a +2 at 3-star is already more powerful even at a lower grade on this one guy. His Havoc badge is at a +4. Little high, but you know, extra damage, especially considering he is such a decent character. One of the big problems that you'll see right here though is that I have 2-star badges on him. The biggest problem with having 2-star badges is after you get to basement level 11 through 19, 20 on Breach, they become fairly common. They become basically your main staple fodder for leveling up your 3-star badges once you hit that plateau. Biggest issue I see with it is that you have to actually spend all of your time farming for badges to get badges. Now they've added buying badges. They've even given us badge tokens as of late. But the big issue comes down to just how useful are they. Let's scoot all the way to the top of my list here where I have some already. The focus badge up there. 5.5 damage against tanks with 150 damage bonus because it's a Jade set bonus. But look at the Havoc damage badge. 2.9 base level with a 3 damage bonus. The set damage bonus only requires 1. Generally what you find out is that you get higher level set bonuses the more badges you slot into place. The downside being that you have to get more of that one specific badge type. But generally the set bonuses tend to be a lot better. Let's go into upgrading one of them and show you just how hard that gets, especially once you get to the higher levels. Let's start off with a 1-star first. So here you see all the badges I don't have equipped on somebody else. Let's go ahead and take that 1-star right there. And you'll notice that on the base level it adds a full half level. Now we have a 100%. We'll roll over into the next one. Diminishing returns. For each level you require twice as much experience as the last time. So it takes 4 badges for the second level. Not quite twice as much, but you get my point. It keeps adding more experience required for each level. When the values are so low that you're getting almost nothing back out of it, this is a waste of an investment. Oh, let's go with Jay here, who has a 3-star Havoc on. Let's go back to those same 1-star badges. Those 1-stars don't put nearly as much experience as you need to upgrade it just by 1 level. But you get a full 0.15%, whereas you needed 2 levels on a 1-star to even come close to that. One of the big issues is you're generally going to end up with a lot of lower level fodder, so you're going to have to determine whether or not investing 5 for a combination to gamble for a 2-star is going to be better for your experience or not. So we get about 12.5% for one 1-star badge. For a 2-star badge, you get the equivalent of 2 1-stars. That leads me to believe that experience is based on the total amount of stars that you put in, and not the total value of what such a badge could bring. Because a gray 2-star is worth as much as a green 2-star, and so on and so forth. And combinations are a crapshoot. You basically put 5 pieces in, and depending on the game's generosity, depends on whether or not you get anything worth a damn. Here you see with just a +3 level difference, you're getting next to no bonus in a 1-star. Oh, where are you? A 3-star Jade Lucent gets a full 1/10 more percentage point of a hit point. When you start talking about tens of thousands in hit points, that starts adding up to a couple hundred per. Especially with the new tank Deborah. Deborah, who is slotted with just straight hit point buffs and maxed out, could essentially just sit there and tank everything for a good long while and just stall somebody out. Now that doesn't apply once you get to Headquarters 8 and start having to deal with modified virus. Eventually people are going to figure it out and just nuke it. But then you also have to consider a survivor's stats. Now this one's already been modified based on Ascension and badge stats. Go back to Spiky though. Here you see his base stats, 568, 5,363 hit points. Let's go ahead and slot him. Start with my diamonds. Oh, I can't think of anything I want to throw on him in particular. So I'll go ahead and give him a little bit of survivability and see if I have another Zircon Lucent floating. The good thing about smaller star quantity badges much cheaper to remove and put back into your inventory rather than just overwrite and erase. So because I don't have another Zircon Lucent, I'm just going to go with Zircon Havoc and go with a straight damage. Let's go ahead and add another 5.7% damage there. Get a little bit of hit points there. So overall, you're looking at about 5.5 damage plus 3, 8.5 plus 2.7, 11.2. You're looking at about 13.2 damage increase with a 1.5 HP increase. Now you can see his base power still remains unchanged, but his damage per second goes up. That's the indicator that's going to tell you where your actual damage in battle comes down. You also notice his hit points went up slightly. Again, also badge set values. So, while you'll see that all these base powers are relatively unchanged, the badge values completely alter how much damage and how much effect that they have in combat. Because I have two different badges set right here versus Hammer Time and this Soldier 85. Same power, different damage, different hit points.